Well, as we can see today, it's a beautiful, warm, sunny day, and Gifty has tucked herself in to my hoodie as usual, because she's a bit of a shrinking violet, to be honest. A bit of a shrinking violet. And so gonna see if she wants to have a look at the world again today. And although I've shown her the floor and she's got opportunity, you know, to have free reign around the house, she doesn't take it. She likes her little space. She likes the couch. And so it's very interesting for me to observe the difference in character. And of course, we've all got different character. And this is why the powers that be find it very difficult to mould us all into the automaton. Now, I've just been reading this book by René Guénon, The Reign of Quantity and a Sign of the Times, and it states in there, and this book was written 80 years ago, people, that at that point in 1937 or 1947, the reign of quantity, quantifying everything, and herding mankind into being machines and not thinking of the numinous, not thinking of the spiritual, only thinking in numbers and materialism. And then of course materialism and positivism came into vogue as far as you know, the whole Western world was concerned. And it was the whole shut up and calculate era, where nobody would get respect if they had anything to do with the supernatural, the numinous, or consciousness, or anything like that. And so, ever increasingly more, we have been herded into the reign of quantity. And we're here today, vastly more so with the advent of computers. And so what I'm saying to you people, you don't want to accept and you don't want to hear, it is going to be a reality, because all we have to do is just look back at the trajectory that we've travelled and the trajectory that we're heading towards. It's absolutely going to happen. And when you listen to the world leaders and all the billionaires sitting on stage speaking about their agenda, it's the absolute containment of human consciousness and the movements of the human being. And digital ID will absolutely be a thing all over the world in less than 10 years. Some form of AI in the body will be a thing with certainly less than 20 years. And you know, people can live in denial about anything they want to, that's their prerogative, but it will make manifest, and then everybody will just have to deal with it. And so I am like a town crier. I'm announcing to all those out there who are ignorant that they may just want to start considering their life now, their freedoms now, because those freedoms are going to disappear. Now, in my lifetime, I could pick up a holdall, I could walk into a local airport, I could go straight to the counter, buy a ticket, throw my bag on the conveyor belt, and just walk out onto the runway and get on the plane, and nobody would ever search your bags, nobody would ever ask you any questions. it was just like getting on a bus in any town or city. And of course that's all changed now, and I remember a world when it's very, very different, and all over the world was different transport um, mechanisms and different cultures and foods and all that. It's all very, very the reign of quantity now, all very um, assimilated, all very mechanized, and now under the yoke of AI, everything needing to be the same all over the world. Everything needs to be the same. But there's one issue that the powers that be are going to have, is that there will always be difference in human consciousness, and one size will never fit all, and so they're always going to have problems that they're not going to be able to quantify. There's always going to be that variable which they're never accounted for. And so, Gifty, is she coming to have a look out? Stop this nonsense now, Gifty. What's she doing? What is she doing? Why is she doing that? Hey, it's your world, you know. Don't you like your world? Hey? What about that sun? Isn't that sun beautiful? What about that fresh air? All those smells? That's got to be beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. I think she's almost getting to the point now where she's too big to be this timid. When I was watching Providence's Kids, she had two twins, and I thought the twins were girls because they looked exactly like Providence. And then there was a boy which looked a little bit like this one, more of a stubby face. Providence's kids had long mousy faces like her. Now they were out and about just like Providence very early, whereas the boy was much more reserved and like this, just looking out of his home. And he took a lot longer to mature. And so I'm thinking that little Gifty is going to take a bit of maturing, isn't she? She is, but she's going to have lots of love along the way, because Daddy loves her. Now, have you ever seen anyone with so much affection for a wild animal? Ow! Ow! She knows that now. She knows when to have a bit of a nibble on me. When I say ow, it means stop it. And she does. Doesn't she? Yep. And in the morning, when she hears me flush the toilet, she knows it's breakfast time, and invariably she puts her nose out and she's looking for me, and I ask her if she wants milk, and if she doesn't put her nose out in the morning, she's like, oh, and I can see little movement under the in the hoodie. Then I say to her, does she want milk? And she knows what that is. And then she comes out and she has a nice big bottle of warm milk, doesn't she? And after that she has some juice. Ow. And then ow, she starts nibbling on the odd nut. Does she want to come out a little bit more? This is the sunshine, you know, this is the world. Gifty. So, some of you, I speak a lot of evil, or I speak a lot about evil, how it is a major component of what it is to be a human being, and this is for very, very good reasons. And for those of you that have listened to my conversation with Maya and Miles yesterday, you might just be starting to get your heads around it. albeit this sort of stuff takes a long time, and I've put many years into it, and I have the perfect nature for the investigation of this, because I'm a Libra, born under the constellation of the scales, and so I don't have any leaning towards any particular way, so that frees me from most biases. If I have biases, it's like maybe Miles said last night, biases in my assertions of my convictions that I've come to know. And so my biases are premised in knowledge as experience. And I think they are good biases to have. And there's few people that are better travelled than me. What's she doing? Few people that have investigated such a broad expanse of knowledge, and so I put the pieces together. Hey, stop it. Ow. Ow. Come on out. Hey, coming out? Coming out? Go kiss with daddy? Hey? You go kiss with daddy? You kiss with daddy? She got lots of kisses, daddy. She's got lots of kisses with daddy. So, have you ever seen such affection being bestowed on such a beautiful creature? We can't kiss enough, can we? Hey, we can't. We can't kiss and cuddle enough. I've looked after critters, injured animals and all that sort of thing all my life. From a very early age. I always used to keep gerbils and hamsters and guinea pigs and ferrets, and if ever there's a damaged bird or anything in the village, then people bring it to me, and so I've reared quite a lot of birds. Excuse me, Mrs. Excuse me. Excuse me. But there's a big world out here, You're not interested? Hey? Oh. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. I don't. Let me pull that up so I don't get losing you. So you can go down in the bottom of it. Yeah, you want to go in the bottom of it there? Well, you see, I bring her here because if she ever did jump off, then there's quite a few meters of grass where I could hopefully grab hold of her. Now, she's getting a bit more confident. I'll take her over to the tree. She's blowing in the wind. These are leaves and trees. Yep. There she is. That's it. Yeah. That's your world, This is all your world. Well, she's doing well today. She is. She's doing very well. So as I was saying about characters, Providence was a very different character. Very self-assertive. Uh, she didn't like to be handled. She wasn't too interested in being fussed. Uh, Very seldom when she was a baby would she uh, kiss me. Um, Whereas Gifty, she wants to come and lick my lips. She finds this very interesting. She likes the scent and the moisture and the softness, and she spends a lot of time around my mouth, and she loves me breathing on her and petting her and all that sort of stuff. And she's got no problem about being picked up, whereas at this age, Providence, she found that restrictive or threatening, and she wasn't into it. And so yeah, she'll get there in the end. She'll most certainly get there in the end. She's. Can you imagine? It's been less than 2 weeks, people, since I found her, and when she was that little shaking, fragile thing. Now, she's twice the size, and strong and healthy, and got everything going for her. But the level of maturing is an individual thing. And just like with human beings, the level of consciousness is an individual thing. We all have vastly varying states of consciousness, vastly varying perspectives, vastly varying experience in life. And the vast difference of the acquisition of knowledge. And so in recent times I've been really delving into what it would be like for a human being without language, without these concepts that keep us so bound in the human experience. Well, hello. Oh, back in the hoodie, is it? Just come out for a second, then back in the hoodie, is it? Hey. So obviously the difference in worlds is vast compared to... She's out. You're not going down. You're not. You're most certainly not. You're not going down. Go in there. Because Daddy gets worried about you. He does. If you start jumping down there and running away, well, you're not big enough yet, are you? So you stay in there. Yeah. I'll keep that closed. Yeah, I mean, when she's a week older, I'd be very dubious about doing this. because not too much older, I don't think, Providence. I brought her up here. She heard the other squirrels, and she was, looking at jumping at any given opportunity. And I had to take her back. I had to quickly wrap her up in my hoodie and take her back. I mean, one of the things I could do is, I've got this, reasonably big cage, and I can put her in the cage and take her out into the garden and put her down about 20 feet or yards away, maybe, I don't know, about 30 feet away from me, and see if other squirrels come about. And I'll put some nuts down around her cage and see what happens. See if Mama comes by. Well, I think you could get used to this, couldn't you? You get used to that sunshine on your face. Can you imagine what it feels like, people, to have the sun on your face? It's a wonderful, incredible thing. For those of you that have had experiences whereby you haven't been out in the sun and the air for months on end, well, when you do, it's an incredible, liberating experience. When you're confined in a very small place with no elements and no sunshine on your face, it's very, very dehumanizing. And for some of these prisoners, the very worst of the prisoners, they're kept in these concrete cells with no window. They don't even have a window, and they're under 24-hour surveillance. And so if that isn't enough to, well, you're going to want to end it. You're most certainly going to want to end it. I've experienced that for, say, 5 months of my life. And the devil comes a creeping. I'm telling you, people, the devil comes a creeping. Anyway, it's a beautiful day, Sunday. And she just had a look outside. Now you can hear the birds, yeah, Gifty. You can hear the birds, yeah. It's beautiful, isn't it? So, I think that's the thing to do. I will get her cage, and I can bring her out, and I can sit on the garden bench, keeping an eye out. There's the odd cat that comes by, but cats couldn't get in the cage in any case. But just to bring her out and get the air around her body, listen to the sounds, and hopefully there would be the odd squirrel that comes by, because we still have the squirrels occasionally in the garden. They seem to come by once a day for forage around, and invariably I see them and I throw the monkey nuts for them, and so that's one of the reasons they keep coming back, because they know that they always get food in this garden. And so now I'm gonna back myself downhill. Now when I'm doing strange things like this, it makes her nervous. But this is where she's going to live, hopefully. As soon as I've got a ladder, I'll refurbish the one on the left, the top one. And then I'll sit on the bench there, and I'll put the cage down here. And I'll put some leaves and twigs and everything in it. Wow, that sounds like a great idea. Shall we do that now? Shall we do that together? Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make it, and then I'll make a video of her in it. I'm going to put her in it as soon as I've made it, yeah? Catch you in a bit.